I made this poster by writing out all of the dialogue in James Gunn's Superman, and one detail that I added was highlights to some of the most iconic quotes. And I'm frequently asked where on the poster is "kindness is punk rock." Only problem is, that line is never spoken in the movie. The moment that people are referencing happens right after Clark and Lois are having a disagreement about what constitutes as punk rock music.
You trust everyone and think everyone you've ever met is, like, beautiful.
Maybe that's the real punk rock.
Obviously, the sentiment that kindness is punk rock is sort of the theme of the film, but it really annoys me how many people think it's an actual quote. So I thought I would give several other examples of frequently misquoted or misremembered movie lines. By far the most famous is "Luke, I am your father," which in actuality is
"No, I am your father."
Another classic one is "Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore," which is actually
Toto? I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Casablanca is one of the most quoted films from the 20th century, including the famous line "Play it again, Sam," which doesn't exist.
Play it, Sam. Play as time goes by.
Often called the greatest line in the history of cinema,
"Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn,"
is frequently quoted as "frankly scarlet," though that would be accurate if you're quoting Clue. "Feeling lucky, punk," is not what Clint Eastwood says in Dirty Harry, it's
"You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?"
Perhaps the most famous line in Jaws is "We're gonna need a bigger boat," but it's actually
"You're gonna need a bigger boat."
And since we're getting pedantic, it's not "life is like a box of chocolates."
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
And Ron Burgundy never says, "Well, that escalated quickly," it's
"Boy, that escalated quickly."
And then there are many iconic quotes from pop culture that just simply never happen. For example, the words "beam me up, Scotty" in that order are never said in any Star Trek film or show. "Me Tarzan, you Jane" was never said in Tarzan the Eighth Man or any of the other film adaptations of Tarzan, nor is "I want to suck your blood." It's never said in any film version of Dracula or the original novel. "Elementary, my dear Watson" is never said in any of the Sherlock Holmes novels, though it is said in a couple of the early films. And while "Mirror, Mirror on the Wall" is what is in the original Grimm fairy tale and many of the other Snow White adaptations, neither of Disney's Snow White films use that wording.
Magic mirror on the wall.
Kind of like how at no point in the MCU does Bruce Banner say "you wouldn't like me when I'm angry." Jen Walters says it, but not Bruce. And Peter Parker never says "my spidey senses are tingling" in any of the 10 Spider-Man films, though Eddie Brock does say it. So even though "kindness is punk rock" is never said in Superman 2025, this would not be the first time that a movie is well known for a quote that doesn't actually exist.